Gambling can start out as a fun social activity, but the thrill of winning can be consuming. Many gamblers fall into the trap of addiction, which not only affects their own life, but everyone in their inner circle. Dr. T. Charles Brantley is here today to talk about what you can do if you or someone you love has this type of addiction. Nice to have you back here, TC.
Thanks for having me.
I'm assuming that if you have a gambling addiction or really any sort of addiction, it takes over your whole marriage.
It takes over the entire marriage because the definition of addiction is that you don't look at the consequences anymore. You just want to do it no matter what. And it's very selfish that you do these types of things.
And how does this affect the rest of your family?
It affects everywhere because, again, it's all about you. And so you're spending, you are lying, you are not being truthful, honest about what's going on. And many times people look out the window and the wife sees her car going away. Why? Because the payment was done. Here comes a letter in the mail from the bank saying, hey, we're taking over your house or foreclosed. Why?
The wife probably doesn't even realize what's going on.
And the wife doesn't realize it. And so that's why you have to be very strong about it. People don't understand that gambling first was a part of the backbone of our country because it helped grow this country because the country needed money. But around the 1800s, they got rid of gambling, but because of the stock market falling down, they brought back gambling again. So that's the history of gambling in America.
So when it gets to a point where it is an addiction, you're hiding it, which is probably one of the worst things to do in a marriage, hide anything.
Right, when you're hiding it, then you get in trouble, and that's why you have to have the mind frame of off and get that stuff off of
bug
you.
spray?
Yeah, it's a bug spray, but it's a gambling spray because my family is more important than my addiction. And when you put that addiction over your family, then that's the true definition of an addiction in itself.
All right, and obviously a financial strain.
Financial strain, you're spending money, credit cards, taking out loans.
Yeah, you lose your house over this, like you just said.
Losing your house, and you'd be surprised. And what happened in America is that this is a more of a accepted addiction because it's not hurting anybody. But in actuality, it hurts not the person, but also the family as well.
So what do you do? What is the first step?
The first thing you do is that you recognize I have an addiction. I have to understand I have an issue, and that's why you have to cut things off and say, listen, if I cannot back away for a week or 2 weeks and now I'm dying for it, then that's a good sign that you have an addiction. And so you have to cut it out of your life.
And what is advice for the wife or the rest of the family while the person...
Be real and be strong and play football with your spouse. In other words, put the helmet on and say, listen, we're going to play some defense here because you cannot continue to affect this family like you've been doing in the future.
I guess prior to making that assumption that there is a problem, they don't realize what they're doing?
They don't realize what they're doing, and they sneak in it. And now you can do it online as well. So there's no need to go to the casino. You can do it online. So the secrecy, it grows, and then next thing you know, it's out of control, and then everyone suffers.
And you're a big supporter of getting counseling.
Oh, yes, I am, because I'm a counselor, yes.
Exactly, but I mean, this is something you would do together with your wife?
You would do it together, but again, the gambling is nothing but a farce for hiding issues that have not been taken care of. So I'm trying to get that excitement. I'm trying to get that passion back. So instead of doing it the logical way, you do it the gambling way, and it will take you out every single time.
What can a wife do, or a girlfriend?
A wife or girlfriend can say, listen, we cannot continue doing this, not threatening, but be very strong, stand on your feet, and be strong about it. Say, listen, we cannot continue. And if you continue, we cannot continue. That's what you say. If you continue, we cannot continue.
Tough love there, right?
Tough love, but it works.
How's your app?
Our app is doing well. Strong Marriage app for iPhone and Android. Get all the information. You have old shows of us on my app and shows on Hot 937 and stuff like that as well.
That's great. And your book?
The book is doing well. My 16th book.
16.
16. That's my addiction of writing books.
So.
Single ladies, get ready for your man. But it's a combination of helping people when you are going forth in life. It's not just being about you. It's helping somebody else as well.
There you go. Where can we get a hold of you, TC?
Yes, you can go again to my app, my website, www.rest.org, or our phone number, 203-753-7377. And again, if you invest in your wedding, you must invest into your marriage.
That makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.